What is going on, everybody? It is me, Nate Ree, the creator of Powerline Ultra. Today we're going to be breaking down one of the learn-to-play starter decks that you can get for free when you pay and sign up for the free learn-to-play tournament event. It is Argus the Mad Gunner. He is a cyborg villain. This is actually in the older format. I say that because anyone that's going to be familiar with Powerline Ultra going forward post round 2 will notice that the fronts look decidedly different. You can see it like in the picture, like either right here or here, whatever side I decide to put on. But anyways, this is the Grape Pop Vaporwave Argus, the Mad Gunner. All of them are not going to be in foil, but with that in mind, let's break it down. So we have our first edition stamp right here. It is a cyborg villain. Once per turn, you may flip over one card in your power gauge to gain one bullet token, meaning he himself gets a bullet token. And a token's an outside unit of measurement, or just a unit in general that will grant other abilities. Once per turn, you may remove all tokens on this card, and if you do, deal 2 damage to each for each one removed by this ability. Whenever you deal damage, that could be either to your rival or one of their minions. So with that in mind, that is Argus. And for those of you who don't know what the backs of the cards look like, there you go. We'll get a close-up on Argus here. There we go. And the art is done by Pochi Pochi House Art. Fantastic group of individuals. Yeah, these are going to be killer. This is my personal copy of the deck. Anyone that's interested, feel free to check out any of our events. You might be able to see what's going down. Next, we have Argus's Tower. Argus, meaning anyone with that name, Argus, whenever you see that right there. Once per turn, you may flip over 2 attack cards in your power gauge, and if you do, you may increase the damage of your first attack by 1 for every bullet token on your fighter. So this can increase your power. Next, we have Apocalyptic Crusher, deal 50 damage. So if you flip 2 medium, 2 heavy, and 2 lights, you can play this in your from your power gauge. You flip those over and you place this in your attack zone. But here's the catch. Your opponent can simply put this in their own attack zone, negating it. So be careful having this. Next, we have ourselves... I'm actually going to scoot this aside where we can focus on what's going on. Next, we have a full playset of Light Punch. It is a basic light attack that deals 4 damage. There's no special abilities as indicated by the ability text. Next, we have a full playset of Medium Punch, a basic medium attack that does 7 damage. We have a playset of Heavy Punch, which it is a basic heavy attack that deals 10 damage, no special abilities. And much like with Light Punch, we have Light Kick, Medium Kick, that, by the way, deal 4, 7, and 10 damage as well, because we have that Heavy Kick. So we have a whole basic setup right there to teach you the fundamentals. Next, we have a teaching material, a counter attack, Sharp Elbow, a counter medium attack that deals 8 damage. So a counter attack can be played much like any other attack in your attack zone, but let's say an attack card, which is one of these red ones, or just a card that you see that has the word attack right there and its identification, you'll be able to put this in your basic utility zone, and it functions similarly to Instance from Magic the Gathering in that sense. Next, we have a special attack, a full playset of Swift Strike. It is a special light attack that deals 2 damage. A special attack is generally a type of attack that will either grant you a special ability or it will have something tailored to your character, your affiliation, your type, what have you. I apologize for the background noise. I'm removing my jewelry to make this a little bit more smooth. With that in mind, the special ability of Swift Strike, if your rival counters this card, draw 1 card. Meaning if they countered with an attack or with a utility or even an ability, it goes through. Next, we have a full playset of Bodily Harm, a special light attack that deals 4 damage, affiliation villain. Deal 1 damage directly to your rival for every card in their hand. If you dealt at least 2 damage with this ability, target 1 utility card on the field and destroy it. Keep in mind, minions also count as utility cards, so bear that in mind. And special attacks are played just like basic attacks. Next, we have utilities. We have a learn to play starter deck exclusive to this deck, Portable Forge. So attachment utilities. So in your character zone and your stage zone, you have an additional zone called an attachment zone, specifically tailored to each. This one gets attached to a character utility zone according to its ability. Portable Forge, it is an attachment tool. Attach this to a character utility zone. Once per turn, you may remove 2 tokens on your side of the field, and if you do, flip over 1 card in your power gauge. So let's say you have a card that's face down, you can have it flip face up, or you can have it flipped face down for gameplay purposes. Next, we have a couple of counter utilities. Armored Advantage. Counter utilities can be played against any card or any action in the game. Doesn't matter what. So, it is a counter armor utility. Reduce the final damage of the current attack in play by 10. It is important to wait for your opponent to stop adding cards, whether it's through light boost, medium boost, heavy boost, what have you, when you play that, because it will reduce it and save you a lot of time. With that in mind, we also have a playset of Grab. Now, it is a basic action, and a basic utility can only be played at any time, only during your turn. Bear that in mind. The next attack you play this turn cannot be countered by a utility card. So it wouldn't be able to be countered by Armored Advantage, for instance. Now, I say the whole powering up thing because we have another starter deck exclusive. The final card of this deck is Powered Up. If you power up any attack this turn, so what that means is whenever you have an attack that you play, let's say you have Heavy Punch, you could take another heavy sub-type attack card and flip it face down in the power gauge to have it gain 1 base damage. So, with that in mind, with that example, if you power up any attack this turn, you may flip up any card type in your power gauge face down instead of just a matching subtype. So you can even flip over utility cards when you play Powered Up, which makes this card very dangerous, especially in certain circles. With that in mind, guys, that is the deck. So to recap, we have 1, 2, 3 Powered Up, drawn by FGA Art. We have 1, 2, 3 Grab, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. And we have 1, 2, 3 Armored Advantage, drawn by Mopet. And we have 1, 2, 3 Portable Forge, drawn by FGA Art. Then we have 1, 2, 3 Bodily Harm, drawn by Inka and Tessa. They're actually the art basis for Powerline Ultra. Do bear that in mind. Then we have 1, 2, 3 Swift Strike, drawn by Inka and Tessa. 1, 2, 3 Sharp Elbow, drawn by Inka and Tessa. We have 1, 2, 3 Heavy Kick, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. 1, 2, 3 Medium Kick, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. 1, 2, 3 Light Kick, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. 1, 2, 3 Heavy Punch, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. 1, 2, 3 Medium Punch, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. Then we have 1, 2, 3 Light Punch, drawn by Tyler Moss Green. Then we have Apocalyptic Crusher, drawn by Nocturne, my apologies. Nigon's somebody in the server. Shout out to Nigon. Next, we have Argus's Tower, drawn by Kronbits. And then finally, Argus, the Mad Gunner himself, drawn by Pochi Pochi House Art. With that in mind, guys, that is the deck breakdown. If you want to see this deck in action, let me know down in the comments down below, and I can actually probably record a match or two, either played by myself or even online through Untap. With that in mind, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Jump onto the Discord for any news in regards to Powerline Ultra. Be sure to pick up some cards on our official eBay store. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and remember, prepare for battle.